How's it going, everybody? For Your Mind here. Just another reminder, get your kids out of public school or demand cameras be put in every single classroom because we get shit like this. Graphic Public School distributes pedophilic literature to minors, discussing homosexual acts between 10-year-olds in adult-style languages. This is in Texas.
I'm going to explain to you the book that he received, but Mr. McKay, I pray you are a man of your word. Last week, I asked my children if I could check the books that they picked up from the school. My son picked up this brand new book from the shelves in class, Lawn Boy. He was under the impression it was about a kid that ends up at the getting mowing the grass at Disneyland. I'd like to share a few quotes with you. This first one, just turn around. On page 19, not that it really matters in 4th grade, at a church youth group meeting out in the bushes, I touched Doug Goebel's dick, and he touched mine. In fact, there was even some mouths involved. Next one, page 91. What if I told you I touched another guy's dick? What if I told you I sucked it? I was 10 years old, but it's true. I put Doug Goebel's dick in my mouth. I was in 4th grade. It was no big deal. He sucked mine too. And you know what? It wasn't terrible. Page 174. I don't know if I sign for this one. Yeah, I did. He talked about old times at the church, but never mentioned our penises or the fact that he never said 10 words to me after our little foray in the bushes. Not a single reference to holding or tugging or sucking dicks. All I could think about while he was chatting me up was his little salamander between my 4th grade fingers, rapidly engorging with blood. Page 230, I didn't think it's time for this. Why won't you admit we sucked each other's dicks? We shared a Hershey's bar, then you showed me your dick. The next thing I know, it's in my mouth. We sucked each other's dick, and you're pretending it didn't happen. What sort of diversity are you intending to teach my child with material like this? In addition, I'll share with you the exceptional quality of vocabulary. I stopped counting on page 66 after 44 bucks and 41 shits. The depravity of the content on the shelves in our schools cannot be mitigated with policy EM. At this point, I need you to know that according to policy FFH, this one please, local sexual harassment is defined as unwanted sexual advances, sexually motivated verbal, non-verbal conduct, or other conduct or communication of a sexual nature when the conduct is so severe, persistent, or pervasive that it affects the student's ability to participate in.
Every one of those teachers that distributed this disgusting, it was like nails on chalkboards every time they said penises. And I'm probably going to get banned for this video because, you know, you can't say stuff like that, but it has to be said. These teachers not only need to be fired, they need to be prosecuted for distributing child friggin' porn into 10-year-olds. These are 10-year-olds that are getting this fucking shit. So, yeah, cameras in public schools and get rid of all these lunatics that are pushing this pedophilia crap on your kids right now. This woman is a professor at Syracuse University. We have to be more honest about what 9/11 was and what it wasn't. It was an attack on the patriarchal capitalist system that America relies upon to wrangle other countries into passively. It was an attack on the systems many white Americans fight to protect. Ooh, assistant professor of political science. Of course she is. A teacher in Leader ISD, I believe that's Texas, tells the student that Trump is extremely racist, and when he sees a Trump sign in front of a house, he immediately thinks that they're racist.
It is extremely racist.
My parents, it's kind of funny because some people don't think he's racist. They're like, no, he's not. And then I did the research and he is.
Yeah. And you see, and that's the problem is that there's Democrats, there's Republicans, and then there's the Trump people.
Yeah.
And it's just, and it's unfortunate because people, when I see, and I'll admit it, when I see somebody with a Trump sign in front of their house, I immediately think that they're racist. I immediately think it, because if you could support somebody who's a racist, chances are you're a racist too.
Oh, what president said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black? Oh, what president said he was, felt uncomfortable sending his kids to public school because of predators? What president signed off on the 1984 crime bill that disproportionately affected African Americans? Oh, that was Biden, you dumbass. Oh, he's a Democrat. Oh, so I guarantee this dipshit voted for Biden. I'll guarantee any amount of money because he hated Trump, so he had to have voted for Biden or not vote at all. I'm gonna go with the latter because he's a dipshit, liberal. He voted and you supported, so I believe you are a racist with that logic. Good job, you played yourself. Get these activists out of school. Activists out of school. That should be the first requirement for teaching. You are guaranteed not to be an activist, and if you're found pushing this shit, you're fired immediately. Fired immediately. You should be teaching kids about shit, not pushing your ideologies onto these kids. That kid said she did research to prove that Trump was racist, and she found something. Please, show me the studies. Show me anything, any material that proves Trump is a racist, because it's always the same answers with these people. They say Trump's a racist, and you're like, how? And they say, oh, well, I just think so. All right, cool. There's no debating with these activists that brainwash your kids and turn them into activists. And there it is. We're going into the insane stuff that is going around right now that you guys need to be aware of. And there it is. You will not be allowed to access banking services if you are not vaccinated. There it is.
So from the second week of September, people may not be allowed to worship in churches and mosques without showing proof of their vaccination cards at the gates. Similarly, people will not be allowed to event centers for parties or receptions without showing proof of their vaccination cards at the gates of these occasions. We have made adequate arrangements with security to prevent anybody who does not have a vaccination card from accessing any of these events. Also, you will not be allowed to access banking services in Edo State from the middle of September if you have not been vaccinated.
If you do not comply, you will be thrown out of society, is what these people are saying. The Australian crazy person already said New World Order. It might have been a mistake. It probably wasn't. Yeah. These people are insane, man. They're authoritarians that just take over. And you wonder how the Nazis took over and did all those atrocities. Well, we're seeing it. We're seeing like the beginning of it right now. And it's on a worldwide scale. It's on a worldwide scale for the New World Order. Oh, but imagine that. Members of Congress are exempt from Biden's nationwide vaccine mandate. Oh, because they're better than you, and they know it. Biden issued 2 executive orders on Thursday, unconstitutional executive orders, if I might add, requiring vaccinations against COVID for federal workers and contractors who work for federal government. He also asked the Department of Labor to issue an emergency order requiring businesses with more than 100 employees to ensure their workers are vaccinated or tested on a weekly basis. And anybody who follows this, who actually follows this, is a brown shirt, in my opinion. And not even in my opinion, it is a fact. You are a brown shirt. You're literally just the normal person who would send the people to the gulags because you are ordered to. However, Biden's order on federal workers applies to employees of the executive branch. The House of Representatives and the Senate belong to separate legislative branches, and the courts to the judicial branch of the federal government. How convenient. Why do you think Congress was left out of testing vaccination mandates? Is it because the congressional representatives and senators are magically immune to the SARS-CoV-2? Are they superhuman virus destroyers before which the coronavirus trembles and inject fear? Yeah, no, because these people think they're better than you and they know it. Again, and the insane thing, these people would actively sell out Anne Frank to the Nazis. Would y'all report your unvaccinated coworkers for $200K? I'd pick up another job so I could snitch in even more MFs. Y'all, and she's right. Y'all be outing the fact that you'd be turning in Jewish people if you were alive during Nazi Germany. It's not a flex. She's 100% correct. These people would sell your family out. They would sell their own family out to get political points and brownie points. Hospital in upstate New York will stop delivering babies after 6 workers in maternity unit resign instead of getting COVID-19 vaccine. I also find it very convenient that they're firing people during a pandemic. People that aren't willing to get vaccinated. They're firing people or forcing them to go on unpaid leave, basically firing, during a pandemic. That's so bad that you have to test to know that you have it. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. This is a real nurse in a nursing home. Sickening. I didn't think this was a real video, but after you watch it a lot of times, you can clearly see it is. This dude is a black supremacist.
Oh, you's hungry. I'd advise you to go in the kitchen and fix yourself something to eat. I said I advise you to go in the kitchen and fix yourself something to eat.
I'm so hard here.
If that is real, I hope that person is fired into oblivion and never gets another job. That is a slave owner mentality. That is a boy, go do what you're told kind of mentality. It's because this person's a black supremacist and he thinks all white people are bad. More than likely. The Palmer report. 4 days split. 4 days split. Thanks, Biden. Thanks, Obama. Fuck Trump. To chant fuck Biden, you have to be the lowest anti-American bottom trash known to man. Opinion report. Palmer. This is so funny. It's so funny that these people exist. And then political jack. These people are telling you what they want to do. They want to oust you from society. Even though they don't know that a lot of black people aren't vaccinated. 28% in New York City. Get vaccinated or be disenfranchised from society. The pleasantries are over. I don't care if we have to drag people from homes. Your severe mental derangement that would lead you to refuse vaccination affects all of us, our livelihoods. Enough is enough. I would like to see the unvaccinated banned from everything. I do too, and sadly that affects my son and his wife who refuse, but I don't give a shit because these people are insane. They think insane things and they live in a different reality. Now, I am pro-vaccine. I got the vaccine because, I kind of was forced to, but I got it anyway. I'm fine. That's all I need to say. But talk to your doctor about what is right for you. I will not be liable for your health decisions. But that is going to be a video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I really do appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.